This message is for you. Don't try to skip this. God says, open it quickly. Archangel says, it's an emergency. Something is coming. Something you didn't ask for, something that might try to shatter you, but it will not break you if you listen. If you obey this message with your soul, with your eyes wide open and your heart trembling, you will survive it. This is not something to take lightly. This is not something to read casually or to dismiss like other messages. Don't tell anyone. Don't share this. This is for you alone. The one who hurt you, yes, that one. God knows who it is. You thought no one saw. You thought you were alone. But God saw. Archangel Michael saw. Heaven has been watching every tear you cried when no one else noticed. You thought it was over. You tried to forgive. You tried to forget. But now the truth is coming to your doorstep. This is your warning. You are not reading this by accident. God says, I sent this to your soul because your spirit is under attack. The enemy is close. The heartbreak is not in the past. It's moving. It's crawling toward your home. Toward your peace. Toward your breath. Toward your name. You don't even know yet what they've done. But God says, I know. Archangel says, it's closer than you think. Listen to this. Every word is protection. Every line is armor. Don't skip a single sentence. If you do, something will be missing, and you won't understand why it hurts the way it does. This is not a message for the faint-hearted. This is a message for a soul that has already been cracked, but not crushed. God says, they lied to you. Archangel says, they smiled at you while destroying your name. They said they loved you, but love doesn't betray. Love doesn't abandon. Love doesn't use you and then hide their hands. They thought you wouldn't find out. They thought your kindness made you weak. But they didn't know your God fights in silence. They didn't know your name is written in fire in heaven. You're not forgotten. You're not discarded. But the news that's coming will feel like betrayal is knocking on your door all over again. Don't let it in. Don't open the door with fear. Open it with fire in your eyes. This is your emergency wake-up call. God says, I am waking you up because someone is about to try and put you to sleep with comfort lies. They will say it's not what it looks like. But God says, it is worse than what it looks like. Archangel says, the one who hurt you is still hurting you behind closed doors. You must stop pretending you are fine. You must stop pretending you are healed when you're not. You covered the wounds, but they're not closed. You silenced your voice, but heaven heard your scream. The betrayal happened when no one was looking. But heaven saw it. God says, I counted the tears on your pillow. Archangel says, the one who caused them thinks they got away with it. But judgment is coming. God says, you must be strong for what's coming. This news is going to sting. It's going to make you question what was real. But I will not leave you. I am sending this message to remind you that I warned you. I prepared you. You are not walking into the fire unaware. You are walking into it armed with divine truth. The heartbreak will not break you. But it will reveal to you who was never meant to hold your heart in the first place. You trusted them. You believed them. You gave them more than they deserved. And now? Now they are about to reveal who they really are, not with their words, but with their actions. And God says, you will finally see clearly. Don't you dare think you are weak because you didn't see it coming. You were chosen to love. That's not weakness. That's power. But now you are being chosen to leave. To let go. To rise. God says, I gave you grace for that season. But now I am giving you fire for this one. Archangel says, don't look back. Don't wait for an apology. Don't beg for closure. The heartbreak coming is not punishment, it's revelation. It's the unveiling of truth. It's the moment you stop doubting your intuition. You knew. Deep down, you knew something wasn't right. You smiled through it. You prayed through it. You stayed longer than you should have. But now heaven is stepping in. This is not about revenge. This is about release. God says, I'm not punishing them for hurting you. I'm protecting you from being hurt again. The pain will feel familiar, but this time your response must be different. Don't chase. Don't cry in secret rooms for people who publicly disrespected you. Don't try to rescue the one who watched you drown. This time, let the waves come. Let the news break your illusions. Let the mask fall. The truth you've been praying for is coming, but it won't look pretty. It won't feel like comfort. It will feel like fire. Like betrayal. Like grief. But God says, it's a holy grief. A divine heartbreak. A sacred burning that will free you. Archangel says, do not run from this. You've run long enough. You've pretended long enough. You've smiled long enough. The time has come to see clearly. To choose yourself. To obey God over emotions. The person who hurt you is not done playing games. But God says, I'm about to end the game. And I'm putting you on higher ground. You will not stay in this confusion forever. But you must walk through this heartbreak. You must let it end. Do not try to go back to what was never real. You saw glimpses of love, but behind it was manipulation. Control. Silence. Gaslighting. They told you it was your fault. But God says, it was never your fault. They were lying. You are not crazy. You are not dramatic. You are not weak. You are not broken. You are not unlovable. You were targeted because of your light. Because of your heart. Because your love is deep and healing. They wanted it. They took it. And then they crushed it. But God says, I will restore you. Archangel says, this heartbreak is not your ending. It is your anointing. The deeper the pain, the higher the purpose. But you must choose not to go back. Even when they come crying. Even when they say they've changed. God says, I know their heart. You don't see what I see. Trust me when I say this is not for you anymore. You will be tempted to doubt. You will be tempted to soften again. But this time, your softness must be protected. Your heart must be guarded. This is not the season for blind love. This is the season for divine wisdom. God says, I gave you a heart of gold. Now I'm giving you a sword of fire. Archangel says, the truth is painful, but it will heal you faster than the lie ever did. This is your moment. You must believe that the storm is not sent to drown you, it's sent to cleanse your life. Wash away the false. Wash away the masks. Wash away the poison disguised as peace. You are stronger than you think. You are not going back. They will try to reach out. They will try to apologize. But God says, it's not for reconciliation. It's for control. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for the tears. Don't fall for the regret. If they cared, they would have never hurt you the way they did. Remember how long you cried. Remember how you begged God to make them see you. And they didn't. Because they didn't want to. Archangel says, you don't need another heartbreak to know they're not for you. This one is the last one. Don't repeat the cycle. Don't return to familiar pain. Choose new peace. Choose holy detachment. Choose God over their words. This message is not just a warning. It's a prophecy. It's a declaration. It's an invitation to rise. To believe again. Not in them. But in yourself. In God. In the plan that's bigger than the heartbreak. Bigger than the betrayal. Bigger than the lie. God says, I will make you forget the pain. I will make you laugh again. But not with them. You must release what you wanted so you can receive what you deserve. You're not here to beg for love. You're here to embody it. You're not here to shrink for others' comfort. You're here to expand in divine purpose. The heartbreak is not the end. It's the beginning. The one who hurt you was a mirror, not a destiny. What they broke, I will rebuild. What they shamed, I will honor. What they rejected, I will crown. This is not about revenge. This is about redemption. And God says, I will redeem you. I will make it right. But you must walk away. You are about to rise. Not because they changed. But because you did. You finally listened. You finally saw. You finally stopped pretending. And now? Now heaven can move. Now God can bless. Now miracles can flow. Archangel says, you survived the betrayal. Now survive the truth. Don't skip this. Don't delay. This message is your life raft. The heartbreak is coming, but so is the healing. Trust the fire. Trust the grief. Trust the release. And most of all, trust the God who never left you for a second. You will make it. You will rise. And you will never bow to betrayal again. This message was for you. Chosen. Marked. Loved. P. This message is for you. Don't scroll. Don't breathe past this. Don't dismiss it like the others. You're in the middle of something sacred, something divine. God says, this is the next part of the message you didn't know you needed, until now. Archangel says, we're not done. There is more you need to hear. There is more you need to feel. Your spirit has been starving. This is your food. This is your flame. You asked for clarity. You begged for a sign. You cried out in the dark, thinking no one heard. But heaven did. We heard you. And this is your continuation. This is your miracle unfolding one sentence at a time. Don't you dare look away. Not now. God says, the one who hurt you, they never stopped. It wasn't just one moment. It was a pattern. It was poison passed off as peace. It was control disguised as care. It was silence when you needed words. It was blame when you needed comfort. They gaslit you so well, you started to question your own soul. You thought you were overreacting. You thought you were broken. But God says, you were never broken. You were being broken open, so I could fill you with what is real. Archangel says, they used your softness as a weapon. But that softness is your power. That softness is sacred. Don't harden, guard it. You're not weak. You're not stupid. You're not too emotional. You're not too much. God says, you are exact. You are chosen. You are not for everyone, because your presence is for heaven's purposes. That's why they couldn't handle you. That's why they mocked you. That's why they betrayed you. It wasn't because you were flawed, it was because your light revealed theirs. And they hated the mirror. But now, the mirror is shattering. And the truth is coming through. That's what this heartbreak is. That's what this emergency is. It's not just about loss. It's about exposure. It's about divine justice. It's about pulling the curtain back on what you thought was love. God says, I let them hurt you, not because you deserved pain, but because I needed you to wake up from a dream that was killing your spirit. Archangel says, you were loving a mask. You were giving your soul to a performance. But now the stage is burning. The illusion is falling apart. You asked for truth. And now you're getting it. But the truth doesn't come gently. It doesn't knock politely. It breaks things. It invades. It erupts. And God says, let it. Let the eruption happen. Don't hold the volcano in your chest anymore. Don't swallow your own fire. You have permission to grieve. You have permission to rage. You have permission to be done. God says, being done doesn't make you bitter. It makes you wise. They hurt you, not because they didn't love you, but because they didn't know how. And that's not your burden to fix. You are not here to train people in love. You are not here to convince anyone of your worth. You are here to be whole. You are here to be light. You are here to be loved in truth, not manipulation. Archangel says, they are coming back. But not because they love you. They are coming back because they felt your spirit detach. And they want control again. Don't fall for the apology. Don't fall for the memory. Don't fall for the old version of them that you built in your mind. God says, I am removing your rose-colored glasses. You will see them for what they are. And you will finally be free. They won't understand why you're distant. Why you're done. But you will. You will feel the weight lift. You will feel the peace rise. You will feel God's breath filling the places they tried to hollow out. This message is not about revenge. It's about return. Return to yourself. Return to truth. Return to me, says the Lord. I was always here. Even when they abandoned you. Even when they mocked you. Even when they broke you. I was here. I collected every piece. I counted every tear. You never cried alone. Archangel says, every night you thought would kill you, heaven stood at your side. You are not alone. You are not forsaken. You are not unchosen. You are rising, even now, through this very message. You feel it, don't you? The shift. The ache. The burning. That's not just heartbreak, that's transformation. That's your soul remembering its power. God says, you are not a victim. You are a vessel. You are not a casualty. You are a calling. The enemy tried to silence you by using people you loved. But I am undoing their curse. I am reversing every lie. I am lifting you higher, even when it hurts. Especially when it hurts. The pain is proof that something sacred is being born. Archangel says, you've been asking for peace, but peace only comes when the war ends. And this war, the one you've been fighting silently in your soul, it ends here. With this message. With this moment. With this decision. Choose yourself. Choose your healing. Choose the God who never left you. Don't go back to smallness. Don't return to what broke you. Don't give CPR to what God is trying to bury. They will say you changed. Let them. God says, change is holy. Change is proof you're alive. Let them talk. Let them lie. Let them rewrite the story. But you write the truth in fire. In love. In light. Your story doesn't end in betrayal. It begins there. The heartbreak is not your ending, it's your doorway. And what's coming after this pain will make every tear worth it. But you must stay. Stay in the message. Stay in the fire. Stay in the truth. This message is for you. Yes, you. Don't try to run now. You think you've read enough. You think you've cried enough. But God says, you're not done healing. You're not done hearing me. There is one more wave coming, and you must not miss it. Archangel says, what you thought was the heartbreak was only the surface. What's underneath is deeper. And more dangerous, unless you face it now. This isn't optional. This is survival. This is your spirit's last warning before the final blow lands. And God is begging you, don't walk away from this message until it finishes its work inside you. God says, the one who hurt you still thinks they own you. Their silence is a weapon. Their absence is a punishment. Their return is a trap. Their apology is a performance. You've been here before, circling the same pain like it's a home. But pain is not your address anymore. God says, I'm relocating your spirit. I'm shutting the doors you keep trying to open. Archangel says, they don't miss you. They miss your obedience. They miss your light, not because they cherished it, but because they needed it to feel alive. And you? You keep confusing history with destiny. You keep saying, but they were good at the start. That wasn't goodness. That was the bait. The trap. The manipulation. They mirrored your heart so they could access your soul. And now? Now they're watching to see if you'll come back to the cage you called love. But listen. Listen with everything you are. God says, don't go back. Don't go back to silence. Don't go back to gaslighting. Don't go back to twisting yourself into something small so someone else can feel big. Don't go back to waiting for texts that never come, only to receive a message that brings more confusion than peace. Don't go back to crying in the shower and then pretending you're fine at dinner. Don't go back to praying for them more than you pray for yourself. Don't go back to breaking your own heart just to keep someone who already left in spirit. God says, you think you loved them. But what you really loved was the version of yourself that believed they would change. Archangel says, and now that version of you is dying. Not in cruelty, but in mercy. You can't hold on to the old version of you and the new life God is preparing. One must go. And He's not asking anymore. He's commanding. Choose. Now. You're not weak because you miss them. You're not stupid because you answered when they called. You're not broken because you still dream about them sometimes. But you must decide that missing someone is not a reason to let them return. God says, they betrayed you. Full stop. No justification. No excuses. No more analyzing the why. The why doesn't matter when the what already wrecked your soul. Archangel says, this final heartbreak will either refine you or ruin you. It depends on whether you let it complete its work. You were not made to chase people who feed off your pain. You were not made to beg people to love you. You were not made to tolerate half-hearted love just to avoid being alone. God says, I'm sending someone new. But I will not release them until you release the lie. The lie that you're hard to love. The lie that you're too emotional. The lie that your expectations are unrealistic. The lie that it was your fault they cheated, ghosted, manipulated, left. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your responsibility. You did what you could. You loved with all your might. You gave chances heaven didn't even approve. You saw the red flags and turned them into roses. But not anymore. God says, I'm closing this door with thunder if I have to. I will slam it shut so loud you'll stop looking back. Archangel says, you were too gentle with someone who made war on your peace. And now the battlefield is covered in your prayers, your tears, your whispers of, God, if they would just change. But this time, it's not them who will change. It's you. This is the shift. This is the divine reversal. This is the no more. And it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you your fantasy. Your old identity. The soft illusion that if you love hard enough, people will become who they pretended to be. But on the other side of this heartbreak is power. Real power. Not the power to hurt others, but the power to never again let anyone silence your soul. God says, your heart is not wrong. Your sensitivity is not shameful. Your passion is not a curse. It is a weapon I placed in you. And now I am sharpening it. You will not fall for this again. You will not walk in circles. You will not beg a person to give you what only I can provide. Archangel says, they will return when they feel you slip away. They always do. But this time, don't answer. Don't give them your light. They never deserved it. And yes, God knows it hurts. He knows the dreams you had. The future you pictured. The wedding. The family. The healing together. But healing can't happen with someone who reopens the wound every time they speak. You were imagining love. But what you were in was a storm, and you kept calling it a garden. God says, I'm building you something real. But it cannot be planted on fake soil. Let the heartbreak come. Let it burn everything that was built on lies. Let it destroy the illusion, because the illusion was never your friend. It was the thing keeping you stuck, praying for crumbs while heaven was baking you a feast. This is your exit. Don't miss it. Don't delay it. Don't tell yourself maybe just one more message, one more visit, one more call. No. It ends here. Let them go. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand you. Let them forget you. Let them replace you. You are not replaceable. You are not forgettable. You are not disposable. You are divine. You are chosen. You are holy. And no heartbreak can undo what God is doing inside of you now. This pain, it will pass. This grief, it will lighten. This ache, it will teach you something you never knew before, that you never needed them. You only needed you. And me. God says, I was always enough. Now it's time for you to believe it. This message was for you. This was the next wave. But there's one more coming. One last flame. One final release. Don't miss it.